this new video for you. So this video I have decided to show the beginners how to configure the routers and the switches and make a network design for themselves. Also, I'll be covering many tutorials for the CCNA exam 200 125. So let's start. So as you can see now, we will be using Cisco Packet Tracer 6.2 for students. At this point, I think you can install Packet Tracer for yourself. So now let's start doing our work. So for the beginners, this is very easy actually. If you hover on top of each icon, you will see the name comes here. If you go here, you see it changes actually. And you can see there's many hubs, connections, there's the security, there's some firewalls here. So here, custom made devices. These devices already has some ports, special ports. Also, these ones you can put them for yourself. Instead, if you can't, like if you feel you can't go inside and put a port for yourself, you can use this actually. I usually use this, but I will show you how to use this. We will use one of these actually. Let me go. We will use this 1841 router, and also we will use one of these to show you the difference between the two of them. So here you can see this router. If you hover on top of it, you can see that there's only, if you see the ports, there's only fast Ethernet 0/0 and fast Ethernet 0/1. VLAN, the host is the router's name. So you can see there's no serial port here. So if you come to this, router, you see there's serial 0/0 and 0/1. So that's the difference. So now let's put 1 and see what happens. You can come here. First of all, you need to switch off the router before you put any port. So now let's switch off. If you see, like, if it's on and you put one of it will tell you to switch. It can't be put like when it's on. You see, you can add emoji when the power is on. So now let's add 1. If you want, you can add 2 for yourself. Now we will put only 1 in this tutorial. So now let's switch off the router first before we put another. So now you can see sometimes what happens is you think you put it on the right port, but what happens is you drop it, it goes here, but people think, where did it go? Actually, if you ask yourself, where did you go? For the beginners, the people who are new to Cisco Packet Tracer, they think that it just goes and then they put another one here and then it goes to here. So what happens is you go to here and then take this one and then put it here. You can see now we have 2 ports. So you can use one of them, or if you require, you can use 2 of them. So now let's switch on our router. So now this router is fine. It has the 2 ports here. So you can see this port is free. If you want, you can put another one for yourself. Actually, it already has the 2 ports. I'm very sorry to say that. So if you click here in this and then you say navigate and then you say like routers and then you say champ, you see here these are the routers that you have. It shows you like inside a rack, like you have a rack in your home or somewhere where like an office or a building. So now let's go back to what we were doing. So now let's put a switch. I usually use this switch or this switch, these 2. So now let's use one of them. I'll show you even how to put the security for the 2 switches in the coming tutorials. So now, as you can see here, we have our two switches. So you can rename if you want your routers here. You can write R1 and this one will write R2. So now you can see these two routers, router 1 and router 2. The switches also, we're gonna name them SW2 and then this one SW2. One. So now let's put a connection. So this is a straight cable through cable. This cable is for the, let's say like these two are different types, are different. So if we need to put this one, we need to connect this one to this one, we can use this straight cable. We use this cable to connect two devices that are the same or same type. So now let's use this. We use the fast Ethernet 1 and then we come here. We use fast Ethernet 0/0. So you can see at the moment it's down. As you can see here it's red and here it's red and here it's red. It's actually down. If you hover here and it shows you, and if you see where it's written the link, you see down, it's written down. It means you did not switch it on. You need to say like no shutdown. I will show you later. So now let's connect this also. Fast Ethernet 1 to fast Ethernet 0/0. So here you can see we can put our own IP address here. So here we will be using like, I'm still thinking about the IP address that we will be using for these two routers. So now let's use like, I'm thinking of like using 10.192. Now let's use 192.168.0.1 and we come here again. We use this one 192.168. 2.1, let's say like that. And then here the serial ports we say like 10.0.0.0. No, actually I forgot to 1. And we come here, we put another one 10.0.0.0.2. So now our IP address is right. Now let's put some hosts or some devices. So this is actually a computer. We will be using for this lesson 2 computers is enough, or 3 computers actually. To show you, we come here, another computer, another computer, another computer, another computer here. So now let me connect them to the switch. As you can see, you just click on it and then you see the fast Ethernet port and then you connect on it. And then the ones that we don't want, like these ones, you can see from here, the only 3 that are using the PC, the computers, the remaining ones we will shut down. The remaining ones that we don't want to use, we will shut down for security purposes. It's good to shut down. So we will also do the same as for this. So now let me connect to the switch all of them. So you can see here we have put all of it. So if you go back to where I showed you before, here we have only 2 routers. As you can see here, we can also see if you click, we can also see our switches. We want to switch, jump to the location. We jump to our location. So now let's go. So it's our switch. So you see here, these are the switches and these are the ports. We used port 1, port 2, or port 3 and 4. So here we have used 3 of the ports are up, and this one is still, we did not configure it through the router. So you see it's down. This one, the first one is down. So this one we did not use up to 24. From 6 to 24 we'll shut it down, and these 2, and here you can see from, and here if you can see we have from 5 to 24. We will also switch them down or shut down. So now let's go back to our other view. So we will connect these 2 routers using this serial DCE cable. It has a clock, if you can see. So we will click here and we use the whichever one you use, it doesn't matter actually. So let's use this one and connect to this one. You can see here, if you hover over it, you will see what port it is. Or if you want to see the port's name, you can go to option, preference, and then somewhere here you see show port label. So you can see it came up, but sometimes it disturbs. You can't see even the switch name. So for that reason, if you want, you can put it for yourself. For this tutorial, I don't want it for. So here you can put for yourself a background if you want, like let's say for your office, or let's say a building that you have in a certain city or somewhere, or any you can even put a picture of somewhere or even an object. It doesn't matter actually. So now you can see this is our design. Now let's get inside the fast router, and when you come here you will see continue with the configuration dialog. If you say yes, it will put for you put a password, everything. So you can't do that. You just click no or n, it doesn't matter actually. You click en, it means enable. You can write like this, or you can make it short en, and then it goes to global mode. So now we are in the privilege mode, I think, if I'm not wrong. So to go to global mode, we need to say to conf t, which means config terminal. You can write like config terminal. So you can say conf t or config t, it doesn't matter. You just need to use the ones that I mentioned. So now let's get inside. So now at this point we can configure our switch. You can see here, our router. I'm very sorry to say that. So now you can see here we can put any change we want to our PC at this moment. So when someone is in this position, he can do any changes he wants to this router. So you can see here we will change the name of the computer of this router. So you can say like, first of all, now let's say like no IP domain, no IP domain lookup. So why am I saying this? This actually, if you correct, if you put incorrect command, it translates, it thinks that there's a DNS set up, so that it needs to translate that one. I'm actually very sorry for my English. It needs to translate that one. It takes so long for you to come back again. So we don't want that. If something is not correct, so it will just tell us not correct. We go and we correct it. So now let's click. You see it went again. So now we change the name. Sometimes it's default name is route 1, route 2, route 5, route 10. So to change the name, we click host name, and then the name of the you want to name this router. So now let's put like R3. You see the name will change actually. Now you see here, if we R3 here is you see this one, it helps you to distinguish when you are setting up your routers. It helps you to distinguish between other routers. So sometimes you see the command line is up all of your device routers, so it helps you actually to distinguish between them. So now we go to console, we put console 0, so we click enter. So I'm very sorry, I didn't say like line console 18, line console 0. So we put now the password we want. Password. If you want it, like now you see here, if you just type the first letters of your command, and then you click tab, and then it makes it full for you, or it completes for you. Password, you can see you click tab, and then it makes, and then you type the password that you want. For this one, we want 1 2 3, and you click enter. Why are we using line console? Some people will be like, why are we using line console? Line console, there is a port on your router which you connect to configure your router. You need to connect to one of your console ports. So when someone enters a cable in that port, they need this password. So when do we need? Then we say like login, and then we click enter, and then we have now set up. We click exit now. So now we need to test if the password is working correctly. So we now go back. If you want to go back to privilege mode, you click like Control and C, it goes back. So we see like exit, and then we came here now. When someone connects this computer, this router, and then here it says console 0 is now available. So we click enter, and then it asks us this password. The person who wants to access this router will need to have this password actually. So if he tries like 3 times, it goes to the home page again. So now let's try see. It won't show you this password again. So now let's go back again and confirm. Sorry. So I was telling you now, I made a mistake here. You see, it's staying translating actually. So if I do not say like no IP domain lookup, it will take ages to translate. For now, you see unknown command or computer name, or unable to find computer address. So now let's say here en conft. So now what we need to is VTY04, VTY04. So now I'm very sorry, 04, and then we put like the password. the password. I'm actually very sorry. I usually forget to say line VTY. Very sorry. Line VTY 04, and then we say like the password. So this time my password I will put Cisco. Cisco. And then you click enter. When do you want when someone logs in? So why do we use VTY? VTY is actually when you want to connect this router from a computer inside your office or from your house. When you want to use this in your house, you can have your own routers, or in your office and building or where you are working, you instead of going to the router connecting to the computer, you can use from your other client computers to connect this. So if someone wants to connect this router, he needs a password. So the password we put is Cisco. This is the password that he wants. We will see. I will show you how this one works. I've shown you how the line console works. Now I will show you this. So now we say exit. So now what's remaining for us is to put enable secret password. So now you can put your own secret password, or if you want, it doesn't matter at all. Now let's move. And I don't want, actually in this tutorial you can put your secret password if you want to. So now let me show you. Enable secret, and then tab, and then it completes for you the command, and then you go, you write now your password. I will make it 123. So now we are done. So now let me say exit. No, actually I don't want to say exit. Every time I usually say exit. So now let's say show. Let me see what's connected. So if you want to see like the ports that are down, that are up, or the ports that are inside this router, you just right here show IP interface brief. So these are the ports, actually the interfaces, and the IP address. There's no assigned IP address for this. So, and you see the administratively down. So now let's configure this. To actually go back to command that was there in this, in here, you can click the arrows on your computer and then it shows you see now, you click enter. And now let's configure this port, fast Ethernet 0/0. So now what we do is IP address. I'm very sorry. Actually, what we need to do is interface fast Ethernet 0/0, and then IP address. You say 192.168.2.1. This is the IP address I'm talking about here. If you see here, this is the IP address I'm talking about. So now let's put the 255.255.255.0, and then you click enter. It brings you here. So now have your eyes here, or you see this, it's now green. When I say no shutdown, look what happens. When I say shutdown, look what happens here. It just went to green, and you see here it's changed its state to up. So now we say exit. So now we will configure this port. we will configure this port. Actually, let me go back to my command line. Now let me say like this time I will use shortcuts int fa0, no, not fast ethernet, s0/0/0. So now let's click enter. So we will put the IP address of this one. The IP address is 10.0.0.0, not 0, actually 1. We will use this one, 255.255.255.252, and then we click enter, and then we say no shutdown. So here you see here they changed state to down. Why did it change to down? Because we also need this to be up for this one to work. So now let's change the clock rate to 64. Clock rate 64,000, and then we exit. We are down for this side. So now we go back to ours. So we click like, we say like, and as you I think you can remember what we did in the other router. So in this router I will do fast to make the video short. So now let me change the name of the router to router, let me say router 4, host name R4. So now let me say line console 0, password 123, login, exit. So now we say line VTY 04, password, I say Cisco, or any password you want, login, exit. So now I'm done. What's remaining for me is the enable secret password. Now the password is, I will make it password. Okay, password. Enable the secret password is password. So now I'm done. So I will say like int interface fast ethernet 0/0 IP address 192.168. What did I say? 0/0/1. So now let me go back and see what I did in that router 252. Yeah, I thought I made a mistake here. So 0.1. No, I did not run the subnet mask. 255.25.0. Now what did I make? There's a mistake. Oh yeah, there's a mistake here. 255.255.0. Let me put 0 here. Yeah, and then enter. No shutdown. Hold key. No shutdown. So here you can see this one will also be up, this port here. So you see it changed to green. So for now we do this one. Exit. So int s 0/0/1. So let me think of what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to think of like doing the IP address of this. So the IP address of this, we already did it, is 10.2. So IP address 192, no, not 192.10, but 0.0.2, 255.255.255.252, and then we say like no shutdown. So now we are done. We are done. We are done. So we come here to this. The only thing that's remaining is that we need to make this computer speak with this computer or ping this computer. So we will do like RIP, we will use or IP route. So now let's just put this computer's an IP address. So now I will put like 192.168.2.2. So the IP it will put for you the subnet mask automatically. So 192.168.2.1. So we do not have a DNS, so we skip. So now let's see if this computer can ping this device. So now let's do like ping 192.168.2.1. You see what's happening? I will also show you something at the end of the video. So now let's go to this computer also, bought something. So I will do like not the command line actually, let me 192.168.0.2. Now let's go back to this 192.168.0.1. Now let me see if this one can also ping the router. Ping 192.168.0.1. You see? So now we are almost done. We go back to this one. We see like exit IB route. Oh, I'm very sorry. I made a mistake. I will do like this. I will use AIGRB to show you, or I can use IB route. So now let me use IP route. I'm actually thinking of using AIGRB, but I will show you. Thinking of showing you IB route. So how does this? We do like when we are going to this computer. This we will actually you go through this port. So we will do like if you want to go 192.168.0 dot not 2.0 255.255.255.0, you go through 10.0.0.1. So you say enter, and then we put like another one. So if you want to come back again, so now let me speak to this one. So what happens is when I do this one, when this computer goes to this computer, this router does not know where to go, how to like send the message through this device, through which port. It does not know actually. So let me go to here, and then I see like IP route, the IP address 192.168.0.0 255.255.255.0. You'll get through to 10.0.0.2. So now we are done. Let's try pinging this computer. This computer's IP address, if you go to here, you see this one. you see 2.2. So let's try to ping it. 2.2. You see the way they are talking is successful. Actually, I want to show you how this computer will send this message through here, and it goes here. You will use this. So through this one, you will see when I click here. Now let me like click here. So you see how your network is talking. We will ping again. You see how this is sending the message. So now it is sending the message to the switch, and then you send it sends to the router again, and then this router sends to this router again, and then this router can send again. Hey, do you know this? And then it sends to the right person, to the right owner. And then you see one successful. We will see one successful here. When it comes back again, when it comes back, it sends, it comes back again here. So that one will be successful. You see? Yes, it's actually successful. You see now. And then now let's save us, and then I save it in my CCNA folder, and then I call it like configuration, and then click yes. And then for now we are done. That's what I wanted to show you. You can say receipt if you want to see some of the what's happening on your network. You click here and on this icon, and then you capture, you say auto capture. So you see what's happening. If you see what's happening, this is STP. So you can click on the message if you want and see what's happening. Also, it also shows you on which layer is happening, on which layer it is. For here, this is the for here fast Ethernet. This is the physical layer. This is the link layer. You see now what's happening in this layer. So, and also you see some things here. It's actually what's happening on this and what they're sending, and where they're sending like. So now that's what I wanted to show you on this tutorial. Please like and subscribe. It really helps me to make many video. It also encourages me to put many tutorials. So in the next tutorial, I will show you many commands and many useful tutorials will be coming. So I really thank all of you who are viewing this video. Please like, subscribe, and share with your friends.